Zombies, they're a whole lot of fun. Prizes to be won. I've painted my zombies now. I should probably be brief because I've got dinner on. But, yeah. There's a lot of things to do today, so I was just like, well, I'll put the dinner on. And when I say dinner, I mean pre-prepared frozen brick. Throw that in the pan, and here I am. I didn't mean that bit to rhyme. Actually, haha! I have no idea how well this works. I've been using this to paint with because the piece of scenery that I've been working with. Actually, I'll show you these two blokes. Didn't turn out too bad. I think they're the boss. I think zombies need a herder. They need a bloke keeping them under control. And that's him. Or him. I've decided one of them is called Waldorf and the other one is called Salad. So that's not too bad. Like, it was kind of weird because he does not match these guys at all. Like, just the fact that he had a bit of muscularity on him. Come on. God, I'm asking a lot of you, aren't I? Never mind. I'll just bring him closer. But yeah, he's the fact that he has some, despite the fact that he's got a skull head, and I don't think it's part of the helmet. I think he does have a skull head, which just raises questions. Mind you, that's a bit like Skeletor, isn't it? Because Skeletor was like mega buff, but had just a skull for a head. Skeletor is baffling in and of himself because he was like built like a tank, but he was like a weasel. It was amazing. I've never sort of seen a character as more cowardly despite their size before than Skeletor. So this is what I ended up. This is actually this magnifying glass. I used this for my coin collection, which is down there now. And I used this because these could only light it from one side. And I was really, when I'm putting on game wash or varnish and stuff, I kept needing to see exactly what I'd done from what angle. Because as well, it's quite dark. But it came out really nicely. I didn't use the little paints. I broke out the big fat paints for this one. And the Vallejo paints I used for the slightly smaller detail, and the rest I just used fat brushes with fatter paint. And the cool thing is over here, all the orange ones that you see, there's a few other bits in there, but all the orange ones, new brushes, they were £4, $4.20, and they're fantastic. I'm starting to think that, call me suspicious, but I'm starting to think that a lot of painting paraphernalia are a complete rip-off. But and I thought that turned out quite well. Now the other part of it, ta-da! Also, I think didn't turn out too well. Didn't turn out bad. I had this was that paint there, mixed with a little bit of white. I thought I matched the Vallejo khaki quite well. This is, if we get this chap here. See the bone he's got there. That's painted with the Vallejo paints khaki colour, and I wanted to match that. And I don't think I did too bad of a job. You can see a lot of the print linings. You can see it's 3D printed, but I still think it turned out well. These zombies aren't they're not like crazy good. Not that I'm a crazy good painter, but I mean, they kind of vary in quality. But the weird thing is, as I was painting them, I noticed that the miniatures themselves vary in quality, which it is quite unusual. It's like they were not made by different people, but just like printed in different ways. And yes, this one, he seemed to have turned out the best. Like everything seemed to react well to the miniature. But yes, this goes on here like this. Yeah, this is really difficult doing this while looking through the camera. I haven't put it on properly. There we go. So I think it turned out looking quite nice in the end. Could make some kind of diorama with that. Up next we have these guys. These are just sort of skeleton ranger guys. They're not too bad. I quite like them. They're on booster seats because I think they're 28mm. So I gave them each their own little mound. The only one I don't like is him. I don't like fire being depicted in a miniature. I really don't. And I was considering cutting his hand off, and I still might do that. I know it seems like a very harsh punishment. You've got fire, I'm going to chop your hand off. But I've got hands holding different items, and I might chop that off and put a normal hand with a sword on there. Or I might just, for the experience, paint it, or just I don't know. I just don't like those sort of miniatures. I think they don't look good even when they're painted well. And the scenery I've elected, if we go up here, it's a big one. It's a biggie. This bridge here, it comes in 4 parts, but I'm going to paint it as a solid piece. It's a bold strategy, Cotton. We'll see how that works out. So that means this bit is going to be completely unpainted. But we're going to paint it as one solid piece. So it's got those little 3D printed clips that sort of hold it all together. It's quite a cool little piece. And because it comes apart, you can use it for lots of different things as well. Maybe you don't always want a full bridge. Maybe you just want like a fancy entrance or something. And here, a random bit I'm throwing in. This is I've got a few pub pieces for taverns and whatnot, and this one's kind of cool because it is literally D&D. So maybe when I finish that, my D&D characters, me and my friends can sit down and play D&D within D&D. Anyway, that's all I got for you. I will speak to you very, very soon. Tatty bye.